give it up for these two right here, right? Yeah. First off, everyone give Carly. I know she was real nervous. She did a great job. Give it up for her. All right, so I can get long-winded when I get a mic in my hand, so I'm gonna try to roll through this pretty quick, but I can't guarantee. So just strap up. Let's go for a little ride. All right. So for those of you that don't know me, my name's Caleb. I'm Troy's older brother, and I'm honored to stand beside him and Taylor tonight as the best man. I as well want to start off with some thank yous. First off, I want to thank Mom and Dad, Chad and Mary Williams, not only for making this night possible, but for raising 4 clowns in the house that luckily is still standing up. So they taught us how to love, serve, and respect others, no matter how we were treated. So Mom and Dad, love you guys. Thank you for your time. Next, I want to thank Gary and Stacey Jones for making this night possible as well. All the work they did, a lot of it, all the fine details that make this night pop. Thank you guys for that. And then thank you for welcoming Troy into your family and allowing Taylor to join ours. Thank you guys. I also want to thank all the extended families, friends, those who helped at the rehearsal dinner, everything. Thank you guys. It's all your work that make this night so beautiful for these guys, so thank you. I also want to say a quick thank you to our DJ, our MC tonight, Trent, and his family. Trent were our neighbor in Convoy and been family to us for a lot of years. So, Trent, thanks for being a part of tonight. All right, bridesmaids. Thanks for making tonight a little more beautiful. Y'all look good tonight. Let's give it up for them. Groomsmen, well, not so much. But on a serious note, guys, all of you, wedding party, thank you for being incredible people that you are. By being in this front table here, it means you're an incredible blessing to my brother and my now sister, and I thank you guys for being those people that you are. All right. Thank all of you for attending. All right, we got people from all over the place, even all the way from Spain. Let's hear it, Jordy. Yeah. Jordy's the only guy in here that's taller than I am, so if you get a chance, stand next to him. I don't look up to many people, I look up to him. But thank you guys all for spending your time to celebrate Troy and Taylor, all right? So like I said earlier, Troy's my little brother, but he's also my favorite teammate, my leading receiver, the high and my high-low post offense, my longest tenured roommate, my best friend. I first met Troy on January 27th, 1994. We've been best buds ever since. And although our blood made us siblings, it was our love for sports trading cards, sports video games, quoting movie lines, that will never stop, and anything competitive that made us brothers. There's not much we didn't do together. We were inseparable and very competitive, which led to some pretty good fights along the way. A couple stick out, 2 I'll mention. The first was a little scuffle we had at Mount Vernon during a practice one day. A few of the guys were in here for that. Just 2 brothers, you know, fighting in the middle of practice. That was a sight for sore eyes, but we got it figured out. The second one is real interesting, and I think about it because it makes me look pretty stupid and pretty pathetic. So I don't know how it got started, but a few weeks earlier, Troy had broken his wrist, so he had a cast on his hand. And somehow, probably competition gone wrong, something stupid, I'm sure. We started just going at it in the bedroom, fighting each other. And it's just pathetic because I, the older brother, am fighting my little brother while he's got a cast on his hand. Not real good on me. But 2, if he connects with a punch, with a cast, there's some serious damage to my face, and I don't got much room left there. So that one's not too good for me. But we figured it out. We were best buds probably later that day because that's what we always did. Growing up, me and Troy were very active when it came to creating different versions of sports games to play together. We had a driveway racetrack where we'd race our bikes in our house in Van Wert. We played drag in the yard at our house in Convoy. Dueling with lightsabers during your Star Wars phase, and 7 overtime games of state championships on the driveway court at our house here in Bremen, and of course our epic duels with the Phoenix Suns versus Milwaukee Bucks in NBA Live 2005. Give it up for Steve Nash. All right, but so despite being 2 years apart, Troy and I have been really fortunate to play on the same team in several different sports. Throughout our youth, we spent a lot of seasons on the same team. Including a drop 5 ball in right field by Troy, which cost me, who was pitching at the time, a perfect game for the Convoy Yankees. So he thinks it's over his head, but it was right to him. Let's just say I was a little unhappy. But then in high school, we went on to play basketball, football, and track and field together at New Bremen. We got any Cardinals in the house tonight? And then after that, we both went on to play college basketball together at Mount Vernon Nazarene University. Let me hear it from our Cougars. Yeah. All right, so we've been very fortunate. And over the course of that time, I've thrown Troy touchdown passes. He's been my catcher as I pitched in baseball. I've thrown several assists to his baskets in basketball. But, without a doubt, my greatest assist has to be Taylor. All right. So, for those of you that are not laughing right now, I should probably explain further. But, in doing some research on the do's and don'ts of the best man speech, I found it's inappropriate to mention past relationships of the bride and groom. Well, I of all people could not agree with that more. So, Troy, Taylor, you're welcome, but we'll move on. And for those of you that are still a little confused, find someone around you who's laughing, talk to them about it later. For those of you that were laughing, but are not all that comfortable sharing that story, welcome to my life. All right, so now let's take a few minutes to recognize the lovely new Mrs. Williams. Let's give it up for her. So when a husband introduces his wife, she's often introduced as the better half. Well, in his pursuit to find his better half, Troy took this introduction very literally, because Taylor is better looking. As established a few minutes ago, Taylor has better looking friends. Taylor drives a better car, Taylor was a better student, and Taylor was a better athlete. So in every way, shape, and form, Taylor is in fact the better half. So it's always an unbelievable moment to see a dream come true in another's lives. But what makes today so special is that we saw a dream come true in two lives at the same moment. As Taylor walked down the aisle today, we experienced those dreams coming true at the exact same moment. Taylor, thank you for being the person that made my brother's dreams come true. Taylor, thank you for loving my brother. And although you already know this, I want to reaffirm that amidst the tough guy act, the barrage of sarcastic remarks, Troy loves you more than anything else in the world. Underneath the tough outer shell, he has a huge caring heart, and I would not pick any other person for my brother to spend his rest of life with other than you. All right, I'm going to keep going here because I'm feeling good. So, we got a little story here. So sitting beside me here in this wedding party, there are a lot of great athletes. In fact, every one of the bridesmaids played in college athletics, so give it up for them. Or will. And I will not ever say the words, but congratulations. Go Blue. Yeah! Sorry, Dad. All right, but so, there's a lot of great athletes. And I look at Troy and Taylor, who are both great athletes in their own right. Well, okay. Taylor was a great athlete. Troy, you gave it your best shot. So with these great athletes in mind, I look at the journey of Troy and Taylor have traveled to this point, and it brings me back to the athletic fields that many of us here grew up on. Practice, or dating, was their practice field. Practice included a lot of hard work, many lessons learned. Practice included long phone conversations, FaceTime, Skype calls, some tough days dealing with adversity, conflict, and long distance. But in the end, practice discovered love. This love produced the asking of a very important question, and resulted in an even more important answer. This romance-filled question and answer resulted in engagement and the announcement of a wedding date, which gladly got to you guys, and that's why you're here. And as the engagement began, a new team of two began to be formulated. This new team began pregame warm-ups, as they would if they were playing basketball or volleyball, preparing themselves for a game that was about to begin. And this afternoon, as the vows were read and the wedding bells rang, it was time for tip-off. Engagement has transitioned to marriage, and now the game begins. And as you play this game together, it's time to put all those hours of practice and lessons learned to use. As both of you know, although the games are fun, they still require hard work, lots of hard work. But as accomplished athletes, one more slightly accomplished than the other, you have trained your whole lives for this moment. I'm not done yet. All the volleyballs hit, the baskets shot, the laps ran, the weights lifted, helped you become the incredible athletes that you both were. But more than anything, they taught you how to work hard. And as you walk out of this place tonight, husband and wife, it will be that characteristic of hard work that will bring you joy and love as each day you work hard for each other. So play the game and enjoy the game because you both practice so hard to get here. But just like every game you've ever played, there's going to be different runs and shifts in momentum. There'll be runs of joy, runs of busy, and some tough runs filled with challenge and discomfort. And the runs of joy, be grateful and share that joy with others. But keep your foot on the gas, push the pace, stay in attack mode, and take in all that life has to offer. And the runs of busy, be busy together. But more than anything, find rest in each other's comforting embrace. And in the runs where things seem to be out of sorts, call a timeout, huddle up, get on the same page, make some halftime adjustments, and get back in the game. And on a quick side note, when one of those runs results in the good Lord blessing you with some additional team members, well, as a college coach, I got the scholarship offers ready, the letter of intent's printed. All I need is a commitment and a signature. We got this thing done. All I hope is that in their athletic jeans, they get a lot more tailored. All right, Troy and Taylor, you're two of the greatest competitors I've ever met. And all these years, you've been competing to win. Well, take a look around you, seriously. All right? Here you sit as husband and wife, surrounded by your closest friends and family, in this beautiful venue. The way I see it, you've already won, and you've won big. How freeing is it to play in a game you know you've already won? So the game of life is still to be played, and this game requires competition, but not competing to win, because as we just established, you already have, and not competing against each other like you've done for so many years. It's now time to compete for each other. Compete to love and serve one another this day and every day until the good Lord calls you home. So as I close, and I promise I'm closing, and we get this celebration started, Troy, I love you, man. It's your turn to carry the torch of Williams men who honor and serve their wives, and by watching Gramps and Dad, you've had two incredible mentors. Brother, I know you're ready for the task. The Lord has blessed you with a beautiful heart, and He's blessed you with an amazing woman to share that heart with. Stay rooted in Him, the one who loves us even when we do not deserve it. God is love, so as you love Taylor, seek Him. I love you, brother. I'm so excited to see what the good Lord has in store for you and Taylor in this new journey. So friends, family, and all gathered here tonight, raise your glasses. We toast the new Mr. and Mrs. Williams. May the Lord bless you and keep you. May His glory shine upon you. May He grant you both long lives filled with peace, joy, and love. Troy and Taylor.